Hey weirdos, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're here today. Before we get into the awareness video, I would like to start by just wishing a very, very happy birthday to one of our newest and probably one of our youngest members of the Manny fam. Happy 12th birthday, Lily. I know I'm a little bit late, but I hope you had an absolutely amazing day. It is March, officially. Who else is excited? I feel like March is like my segue into spring, and we're gonna do definitely a spring-y type mani, but this is also serving the purpose of my awareness mani for the month. And this month I have decided to do brain injury awareness. And a good friend recently lost a family member to brain injury, and I figured, what better way to do an awareness mani and do a brain injury awareness mani at that, and do a little dedication to the memory of my good friend's relative who we recently lost to brain injury. So this one's for him. A little about the products that I'm going to be using. I know I've talked a lot about MVP nails on this channel, and I will continue to do so because her products are phenomenal and she's a sweetheart. So I'm going to use this gorgeous neon green by MVP Nails. I'm also going to be using Dipalicious nail liquids, which I know you haven't seen on my channel in what feels like forever. I wanted to try them again, and you will be seeing the entire review coming up in the very near future. Spoiler alert, I'm super happy with Dipalicious. You're going to see it all shake out, I promise. It may be up already. If it is, I'll leave it in the cards, but I'm pretty positive it's not up yet. I've recorded in a weird... I usually record in order of the videos I'm doing, but sometimes things happen, plans fall through, I don't get things in the mail at the right time, and I have to rearrange stuff. So if it's up, it'll be there. If it's not, you'll see it soon. And that's just the way it's going to be. Don't complain. I'm giving you videos. Be satisfied. I'm in a mood, y'all. I'm in a mood today. So I'm going to start out with this gorgeous green, and I wanted to do something kind of fun and kind of playful because I feel like these awareness manis can be a little, I don't know, I don't want to say depressing, but you know, they can be a little morbid. I don't know, sometimes. And I want to focus on not so much the morbidity of the cause, but more on, you know me, I focus on the positive. So we're going to take the cause and turn it around and focus on something positive. And right now, it's green. Now I know what you guys are thinking. I've been doing a lot of green manis lately, and while I'd like to sit here and think that I'm that smooth, that I'm doing green manis leading up to St. Patrick's Day, I am not. It just so happened to be that way. But I will tell you, of all the greens that I have used, neon green is by far my fave. I love a good sage. I love a good mint. I really do. But neons, you guys know I've been in like a neon mood lately. Give me all the neons. I want to wear them all. This is going to be kind of like, do you guys remember my crazy 80s mani? I think I mentioned this once before, maybe a few videos ago, but I needed to do this crazy 80s mani. It was like last year sometime. And this is kind of sort of like that. When I did this mani a while back, I did like tiger stripes. I think I did that freehand. And today I'm going to show you how I do zebra stripes, but using a stamping plate. And it was so insanely easy when I figured out how to do it, because what I tried to do at first, I don't know if you guys have seen these stamping gel polishes. Have you guys seen them or heard of them? Because I had, and I went and ordered some and had nothing but optimism about this product. And you will see a little bit later on in the video. I will have everything timestamped, by the way, if you want to fast forward to that, feel free to. But you're going to see that I am not a fan of the gel stamping polish. I gave it 2 good shots and it was a fail. So I went with regular stamping polish after it. I don't know. If you have gotten gel stamping polish to work in some way, let me know. Comment down below. I may need to know what sorcery you're using, what your witchcraft is, because I could not figure this out. I couldn't. I tried and I failed. It might be worth playing around with a little bit more, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna call it a fail, and we're gonna just do regular stamping. I'm gonna show it to you so you guys can see my failures and maybe learn from them in some way. But yeah, we're gonna do regular stamping, and it's super simple. You can do this freehand if you want, and I'll link the video up in the cards of my 80s mani so you can see how I do the tiger stripes in freehand, and it's so incredibly easy. This is zebra, but they kind of look a little similar, so you could get away with doing either or. If you wanted to do this mani with zebra stripes, but over like an orangey type background, could totally pass as tiger stripes. Whatever you're into, potato, potato. I know, who says potato? Me. I say potato. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to move on with this mani. As you can see, this green neon is stunning. I considered putting it over white, but I didn't. And I wanted to see how opaque and neon it would be just on its own. As you can see, I have zero issues. And guess what else is up? It glows in the dark. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Gigi outdid herself with these neons. I wanted to use them all, but we're just going to do the green today. I may have other plans for the rest of the glow neons. So with that, I'm going to smush in here some factoids about brain injury awareness, just to sneak them in, but I'll be brief, I promise. If you don't want to hear this type of stuff, please feel free to fast forward. But for those that want the information or that want to just hear what I'm talking about, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. So based on the little bit of research that I did, 153 people in the United States alone died daily due to brain injury. And from what I saw, the leading causes of brain injury are like motor vehicle accidents and sports injuries. And my mind immediately goes to like motorcycles. And I'm going to talk about this for just a hot second, and then I'll get back to nails, I promise. By the way, you know what? I'll get into products here in a minute. In Florida, and I know this is different in every state across the country, but in Florida, you don't need to wear a helmet when you're riding a motorcycle. And I get it. I really do. Especially in the summer, it's super hot. The last thing you want to do is like overheat and have like heat stroke. And, you know, that's never a good situation. However, I will say that I have extreme paranoia when it comes to motorcycles. I don't own one. I don't ride one. I did attempt to take a motorcycle licensing course. And I dropped out just because I had too much anxiety. It was too much for me. But if I see someone not wearing a motorcycle helmet while they're riding, I immediately go into like panic attack mode, and I'll reroute myself just to stay away from them because I am that paranoid. I couldn't even I've had two close friends in my life that I lost due to motorcycle accidents, and it freaked me the hell out. It still freaks me out. And to that I say, if you're going to ride a motorcycle, and I'm not saying you're a bad motorcycle driver. I'm not saying that at all. However, especially in Florida, where we're not really known to be the best drivers in the country, and I think that's probably attributed to the fact that most of us are New Yorkers who are transplanted to Florida. I'm one of them. Yeah, New Yorkers are also not known for being the best or most patient drivers. So please wear a helmet. Please, please, please. Take this as my plea to those that ride. Wear a helmet. And if you don't, I hope you're okay. Please be vigilant and watch out for people like me who drive a little recklessly. Not that I'm a reckless driver. I mean, I may have a little bit of a lead foot sometimes, but it's not my fault. We have crazy speed limits in Florida. Like when I was in New York, I don't know if you guys can relate to this at all, but when I was in New York, the main highways, like 495 or the LIE, if you're from Long Island or New York, you probably know what this is. If not, it's just like the major highway that goes all the way across Long Island and up through like upstate and turns into I-95, which goes down the East Coast. So on the LIE in New York, the speed limit is 55. 55. In Florida, the speed limit on 95 is 70. So, and by the way, if you're going 70 on 95 in Florida, you better be in the slow lane because everyone else is doing 85, 90 or above. And it's insane. And I was so uncomfortable at first, but being here now for, 4.5 years, yeah, I get it. I get it, and I'm not in the slow lane anymore. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know where you're at and if you have like weird speed limit issues like I do. That's all I'm going to do for the brain injury where I didn't even talk about brain injury awareness. I don't know what to say about it. Honestly, I hope I never have it ever. I know it can leave incredibly traumatic lasting side effects, not just like physical stuff, but the cognitive functioning part of your brain that's affected by, TBI, traumatic brain injury. That can mess up your whole thought process. It causes, like it says, trauma, and it can cause some serious psychological problems. It's something that we've learned a lot about in my education. Those of you who don't know, I am in school currently. I'm finishing up my bachelor's this semester in behavioral science or human services. So it's something I've learned a lot about and how it can really affect how you function cognitively, which translates into behaviorally. So that's my little spiel on TBI. I am going to leave some resources in case you want to learn more about it or donate or whatever you feel like you want to do. I'll leave them in the description box per usual. I'm going to get back to nails. Though if you're curious about the white that I have on my nails right now, it is North Star Glow by Sparkle & Co. Sparkle & Co. Fills their jar up like insanely. It's to the tippy top, and you cannot dip into one of their colors in their jars without overflowing the whole darn thing. So what you saw me do in the beginning that I didn't talk about was I did put some of that North Star Glow into a smaller jar, a more manageable jar, so I didn't have to overflow things. So that's what I'm using. It's a glow in the dark as well. You're gonna see the whole glow mani at the end, and it's so stinking cool. I loved it. I loved it. This was one of those really fun manis. I mean, I do a lot of weird and wacky stuff. This was a super fun mani. I don't know if I would rock this for a whole 2 weeks. It was a little loud, but it was super fun to do. And the glow, I'm all about the glow, 110%. If you're into a more subtle and demure type mani, I do have some stuff coming up that's not quite as loud, although the next upload, you're going to see it on Thursday. This is a recreate that I did of a subscriber's mani. If you're in the Facebook group, you probably saw a little sneak preview of it. But in addition to the mani, it'll be the second installment of my what's turning into a series about being an influencer / creator. So if you liked the first episode, and I'll leave it up here on the cards for you guys, come back on Thursday for episode 2. More likely than not, there will be an episode 3 and probably an episode 4 because you guys keep coming with the questions. I didn't know this was so interesting, but I'm honestly so glad to hear that you are interested in what we do kind of behind the scenes. It's one thing to watch videos and enjoy the content. It's quite another to know what actually happens behind the scenes and how we get from receiving product to you guys watching a video about the product, So I love that you're interested in it. Keep the questions coming if you have them, and I will keep going as long as I need to. So you saw me cap in clear per usual. I did go ahead and do my filing and buffing off camera. I do have coming also. It's not going to be up for a little bit, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, probably closer to 3 weeks. But I did just film today as I'm doing this voiceover an in detail like filing routine, filing and shaping type video that I know you guys have been requesting. So that is coming. Also, I have coming the HEMA-free gel product series. So you're going to see that soon. We're going to get into the nail art now. This is a new liquid latex that I found. And spoiler, I love this stuff. I love it. I don't even remember what I was using previously. I think it was Beetles, the liquid latex peely snot stuff, and I hated that. I hated it with the fire 1,000 suns. I couldn't stand it. It made me like nauseous. This stuff by Twinkle Tea, first of all, it dries in like no time at all. And wait till you see like me peel it off. It all came off in one piece. It was so satisfying, and I love it. I will be using this from now until the end of eternity because it's the only latex peely stuff that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and get this around the 3 white nails. And we're just going to do some stamping. I'm going to attempt, you're going to watch me fail. I'm going to attempt this gel stamping junk miserably. And then I'm just going to do regular stamping. So I'm going to let you guys watch here for a little bit. You're going to watch me fail. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to finish up and I'll give you all my final thoughts. I will be leaving, again, links for the liquid latex stuff, the stamping plate, as long as I can find it. I'm pretty sure I can. I usually manage to Google these things. If you're wondering why I'm putting the liquid latex stuff underneath my free edge, there's a good reason for that. If you have longer nails, you can probably skip this step, but as you can see, my nails are on the shorter side. So sometimes when I stamp, and I'm like pressing that stamper down over my nail, some of the image can transfer onto my skin underneath my free edge. So I just like to put a little barrier there. You don't have to. If you don't mind the cleanup from stamping, then you can go ahead and skip this all together. If I were using any other color, I probably wouldn't even bother with the liquid latex stuff, but I'm going to be using the black stamping polish. I'm going to start with the gel, but we know how that's going to go. And black is just so much of a pain in the ass to clean up. It just stains and gets in your cuticle, and then it's impossible to get out. So I'm like, I'm just going to put on the latex junk. And I'm glad I did, because this stuff is kind of awesome. So the instructions for the gel are on the box, and it does mention you need to put on gel base first. You put on gel base, you cure it, and then you start in with your stamping gel nonsense. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get my gel base on, give it a cure, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about the stamping nonsense. So don't go anywhere. So I cured my gel base for 30 seconds. And now we're gonna try. Okay, so if you've never used liquid latex, let me tell you, it's super sticky and will come off if it contacts anything. So it's super hard to move stuff around with this stuff on. Uncap everything before you put on liquid latex. So now it's like a gel, right? I mean, it is a gel. So I put the gel on, I scrape it down, I'm doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing, and it's messy AF, just so you guys know. I try to grab it up with my stamper thing, and it is just not working out at all. Now, my first thought was maybe I just need to like clean everything up a little bit and do it again. And again, it didn't work. So I'm just going to go ahead with my regular black stamping polish, non-gel variety, and I'm going to just stamp with that. I gave up. I'm like, I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience for this gel ridiculousness right now. So I gave up. But if you guys got this to work really, really well, please let me know what sorcery you're using. I must know. I still have this stuff. I didn't like chuck it or get rid of it or donate it or anything. So I would absolutely try it again. As you can see, I am going in with my regular stamping polish, and you're going to see what a difference between what it looked like before with the gel and what it looks like now with regular black stamping polish. World of difference. It's damn near perfect. I'm just going to do this from now on. Hey, do what I'm comfy with. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Okay, so I'm going to let you guys watch me get my stamp on real quick. I'm going to top coat, and I'll This is the finished look. I am obsessed. This is so much fun. But wait, just wait, because I'm going to show you the glow and it's unreal. So I'm finishing up like I always do with Candi Skin Care Cuticle Oil. Did you guys get the Sharing is Caring trio? I know it's not available anymore as a trio. Even if you can't get the trio anymore, the Twilight Woods, if you liked the version of Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce that she did, you are going to love the Twilight Woods. It's like a more feminine version of Fierce. I'm obsessed. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is the final look. Did you guys enjoy? Are you ready for the glow? Here's the glow. How stinking cool. They look like zebras. I love them. I love them with my whole entire heart. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.